the Sarvadarshan Sangraha is a major text which needs to be read by all students and serious scholars of Indian philosophy. It gives the first-hand knowledge by quoting from actual texts which belong to those traditions of the schools. It expounds the arguments in great detail and also gives a nutshell of the ethical front of those schools. The language, diction, and the terminological vocabulary that is being used is actually indigenous to those schools. The technical terms are being very aptly used, and the arguments are presented in a very lucid way. Many a times, the author of the Sarvadarshan Sangraha reinforced the arguments by himself also. However, he doesn't get into a very pedantic style and highly refutation front also. He summarizes the whole view and makes it understandable to one and all. However, it is not too short and not too long a presentation. It is not too short to make anyone shun it of its value, and at the same time, it is not too long for any reader to shun it from the perspective of being too tedious. So, in that way, the Sarvadarshan Sangraha is a very good intermediate text and also an advanced text for anyone to understand the Indian philosophy in great detail and in a very authentic way also. Well, however, after reading the Sarvadarshan Sangraha, one has to really move on to the original text also of those particular schools and understand them in greater detail and in the primary reading of the text. There are many other versions of summarizing the Indian schools of thought, such as the Sarva Siddhanta Sarasara Vivechanam by Sri Vijayendra Tirtha also. And in that text, the refutation part is also given. And a person who actually reads the Sarvadarshan Sangraha can actually move on to Sarva Siddhanta Sarasara Vivechanam and try to see how exactly the refutation part also appears in those schools. So in this way, the Sarvadarshan Sangraha is a very major text and has contributed quite a lot to enrich the literature of Indian philosophy.